It's expensive to be made.
Welcome to Bravo's Moms Unfiltered, the podcast where real moms spill the tea on all the things Bravo and the chaos of everyday life.
We're your hosts, Allie and Crystal, two Bravo-assessed moms who aren't afraid to say what everyone's thinking completely unfiltered.
From housewives drama to mom life meltdowns, we're here to break it all down with humor, honesty, and maybe a little bit of bitching.
So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and get ready for some unfiltered fun. Welcome back, Bravo moms. Do we want to get started with Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm only on episode 2, everyone. So we start with Taylor is driving back from the airport with her TikTok crush, Ben, who she met on TikTok. Taylor said she's doing a podcast, or she did a podcast and it's coming out with big news. And I said, I'm assuming this is the Call Her Daddy podcast that we all saw, months ago, that she announced she's on The Bachelorette. And so that is what it was. All of her friends say they're super excited that she's the next Bachelorette, while Taylor is hanging out with Ben, her TikTok crush. I think it's Jesse and someone else call, and they want to meet Ben. So literally all of MomTok comes over to meet Ben. Even Demi comes over, and they meet Ben.
I know, I
Well,
thought that was weird.
I thought that was weird too.
Because she didn't do the sit down.
Yes, we'll get there, yeah. So while MomTok meets Ben, we see that Jen finally has an Airbnb in LA, and we see that she's trying on dresses for her press stuff that she's coming up, like the Emmys, the Oscars. And while she's doing that, Whitney comes over. Whitney says this is a different Jen than season 1. Season 1 Jen was very Mormon, and this Jen is very out of her shell and has her own identity. While Whitney and Jen are together, calls, and the girls, Zach calls, and he's in Europe
Don't
at the
slip and
Vanderpump
fall.
Villa. Zach says some crazy stuff has happened, but he has been asked not to tell Jen what has happened while they're at Vanderpump Villa.
Yeah, that was all sketchy too.
Yeah.
That was just too sketchy. Like, we knew it was going to happen. And I don't understand Lisa's motive to invite. The majority of them are married.
Do we think it was Lisa that invited them, or like the PR people?
Lisa, because they have
was
to get
Lisa
approved by
personally?
Lisa. Like,
I just don't understand still why he wanted to go. Like, I think it's more of an ego thing for him, but I don't know. Like,
he's
it's not like they filmed while they were there for the show. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't air
they
at all.
they filmed for the villa because her show's coming out.
They filmed for the yeah, you're right.
They filmed for so
I
it's
didn't think
going to
about
be
that.
aired. It's going to be aired when are they on season 3 or 4?
3, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, because remember in the episode,
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
he has a meeting with Marciano
Yep,
in
he says
Lisa
that.
Vanderpump's office.
Yep.
So yeah, if this was all for show, Lisa did it, invited these married men, and what type of women came over? It was
I didn't understand that part. I
Love
didn't understand if it
Island
was
or something.
I didn't understand if it was staff or if it was just other people from the area.
There was another, I think we find later on, there was another group of single women invited to the villa the same time Dad Talk was there.
See, Lisa just likes to stir the pot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's a pro.
She is a pro.
She is a pro.
Back at Taylor's house, Jesse and Michaela come over to meet Ben. Michaela said, is it weird? Michaela asked Ben if it's weird that Taylor's going on The Bachelorette, and he says no. Then all the other girls show up. Like I said, Demi is there. They then ask Ben questions like how they met, what does he do, has he dated a mom before, and what does he think of Taylor going on The Bachelorette? And I thought he gave pretty good answers to all of these. I don't think he bullshitted them. I think he gave straight, honest answers.
He looked awkward.
He did look awkward.
I felt like he wasn't prepped or ready. I felt like Taylor said one thing, like this was going to be private, like you don't have to do this or this. And then all of a sudden, like, boom, cameras are in his face. Boom, the dolls are coming up.
She really didn't give him like a choice. It was kind of just like, well, this is happening. We're filming. They're coming over, like, whether you like it or not. So then they practice the rose ceremony with Taylor. And Taylor gives the rose to Ben, which she had a very hard time keeping a straight face. So I think it would have been interesting to actually see her give a rose on The Bachelorette, but we'll never see that footage now. Macy and Michaela go outside and they FaceTime Jacob and they want tea. He says there is no tea. And they said that he is drinking the Dakota Jordan Kool-Aid now since he's been there.
Just don't get it. Well, we already know how men are. Like, men are gonna have a pack at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I would never, like, that's
I
where
didn't
I get
I didn't
uncomfortable.
I didn't expect it from him. He was the one person that I didn't think would drink that Kool-Aid like they said. I thought he would tell Macy everything.
Yeah. And it puts a damper on the relationship.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Like, do you expect me to trust you knowing that you guys built this pack? And so now you're a
Mhm.
married man hanging out with a single bachelor and you like,
We're
no.
keeping these secrets from your wife.
Mm. And she was like, I
Mhm.
know when you're lying.
Yeah, exactly. And then I said Demi is getting airtime again because she got some airtime there, and then her and Jesse met up with her kids, and, what did they talk about when they met up? Oh,
Therapy.
Jesse told her that Jordan and Marciano had a talk at the villa in Lisa Vanderpump's office, like we talked about. He said he was sorry to Jordan said he was sorry to Jesse. What was I trying to say here? Oh, I think she said to him, I was sorry that we kiss and that I love you." Then they go to interview Demi in the little chair, and it's empty. And it just says Demi, age whatever, no one in the chair. And then the screen reads, Demi declined to be interviewed for this season. I don't understand her. Why are you trying to get airtime, but then you don't want to sit down and do like your confessional?
Well,
Like, don't do it then.
I think because it's still in their contract, because remember, they haven't had the reunion yet.
Oh yeah, because they did
This
say
is
they were getting
episode
ready for it.
2,
Yeah,
but a different season. But the
correct.
contract says you work until
Yeah,
all the way up until the last day of the reunion. So
yeah.
she's still working from her previous contract is
Do
why
we
I
think
think
she's getting paid for this still, or is she just doing like the bare minimum?
I think she's still getting paid. I
You
don't
think she is,
know.
even though she doesn't sit down and do like the confessionals?
Yeah. I'm probably sure she probably got deducted or, like I don't know what the stipulations would be, but
Yeah, yeah. Jessie says she thinks her and Jordan got closer from this, and I don't really agree with that. She thinks
Jesse
he got
thinks
closer.
Jordan closer to who? To Jesse?
Yeah, because
By
he got
going to the
closure.
villa?
Because he
Because he
got
got paid to go to the villa
well,
as
yeah,
dad talk?
and he got closure from talking to Marciano.
Well, we'll see when the villa comes out.
Right, we'll see what happens. So the boys are back in Salt Lake. They are all at Macy's house with Jordan, Jesse, Michaela, Macy, and Jacob, and maybe someone else, I don't know. Jacob said Dakota can do whatever he wants when he was there, and that the boys need to keep their lips shut. Yeah, what was I trying to say here? Chase said Dakota was funny, and that they're like pals now. Jordan said someone dared some girl to kiss Dakota, and then they slept together. So he breaks the pack and tells Jesse, I think, and Macy too, what happens. Jacob said the boys had a pact to not tell the girls, and Jordan broke it. So, of course, he breaks this, even though it was probably his pact that he started to say, and then he goes ahead and breaks it to his wife. Back in LA, it's 4 weeks till the Dancing with the Stars premiere. Jen said she was struggling with her faith this year. And I think it's because season 1 she was so Mormon, and as the seasons go on, I think she's seen what the fame can do to her, and she's not leaning into her faith as much. I don't know,
Jen.
I'm not Mormon, so I don't know, but it's just kind of what it feels like.
And I don't know if you've heard the news about the spinoff,
Yes,
and she may be in it, and I believe that's why she moved to LA.
makes sense. I think there's definitely more opportunities for her in LA than Salt Lake City.
So maybe she's really trying to go back into her faith with real Mormon wives.
Maybe.
Because I don't think any of them are firm believers.
It doesn't seem like it since the season started.
So the spinoff's going to be interesting. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've been seeing everywhere that there's a
I know,
spinoff
I don't know
now.
if it's true or not. So I guess we'll see. Back in Salt Lake, Jesse and Demi meet with Gabby. I forget what she does, but she's some type of like healer. And Gabby said the Marciano thing feels like emotional cheating. And Demi said there was no romantic feelings she felt towards him. Jesse said in the confessional that Demi admitted that it was or that it was emotional cheating. So she doesn't understand why Demi is said this to her and is going back and saying there was no romantic feelings. So that's Demi for you. Dad Talk goes to dinner after the Villa retreat. They say that they were talking about the girl Dakota slept with, and I guess that girl has DM'd him. And as far as we know, Taylor doesn't know what Dakota did at the villa. The guys are pissed that Jordan told Jesse, and Jesse keeps saying he didn't want to hide this from his wife. He was trying to be good because of them going through their issues and everything, but I don't think that's the reason. I think he wanted to say it because he knew Jesse would tell Taylor and he wants to stir the pot. That's all, honestly what I think. Dakota is mad that Jordan told Jesse. Jay said Jordan was controlling what the guys could and couldn't say to the girls, and then he goes and tells Jesse, which is exactly what I said. Jay said that this is why your wife is sleeping at the Hyatt every 2 weeks. And I was like, wow, way to just be blunt and
That's
just
what
put
I
that
don't
out there.
get. Like, why is she
I would not leave if I were her. She
Because, like, when you get divorced, it's whoever leaves the house cannot go
get
back
that.
in the house.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works
And
over there.
you know her money bought that house. Jordan says he stands by telling his wife. And then we go to Taylor coming over to Jesse's house. So they are, at this point, going to film for the reunion for the past season that already aired. So she's going to find a reunion dress. Jordan talks to her about the villa. And he was definitely starting to pot at this point because he basically was like, something happened, but we can't tell you. And Jesse's like, I'm just going to come out and tell her. So Jesse tells her what happened. She's clearly upset by the news. You can see it on her face. And she says she's upset because before he left, Dakota tells her that he loves her and then he does this. So they are just messy.
Yeah,
Both of them
it's just,
both of them
yeah.
don't know what they want. And he's telling her, I love you. And then he goes to do this. And then she's going on The Bachelor. And you said they slept together before The Bachelor. So it's like,
They need to air The Bachelor. I thought there was a article that says ABC's not going to air it, but Hulu's going to air it. And I was excited for a minute. And then I was like, oh, it's a scam.
yeah.
They need to air it. But now
I mean, I feel,
I know like, if I was a producer and I was like, let me just watch all these episodes before The
yeah,
Bachelorette
before The
what
Bachelor, yeah.
yeah, I just cannot believe that they put all the episodes out there and they should have done it 1 week at a time. So
I
that way
know.
The Bachelor could have come in.
Yes.
But
Yes.
after seeing what I saw, I can understand the decision. And it's not based off, I don't think it's based off of just this one video.
No, I don't think so either. I think there's multiple factors that played into it.
It's here.
I feel like sooner or later, this footage from The Bachelorette will be aired somehow. So it's gonna get leaked. Someone's gonna get a hold of it and leak it, and we'll get to see something from it. Maybe not the full season, but we'll
Well,
get to see clips
TMZ
of
is
it.
probably now going around to all the bachelors that were in the
Yeah.
bachelors and trying to pay people off.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
despise TMZ. Like they've
I do
caused
too. I do too.
like
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
So, anyways, to be continued. We will have the next episode next week.
Let's do Summer House. We'll do episode 7. They start off by playing Spin the Bottle. Amanda is telling the rules, and this is crazy. So Amanda's telling the rules between married couple and single couple. And then Ben goes, no, the rules should apply for everyone. And I just like, what did he just say? And then,
I mean, I agreed with him, but I probably would have been playing to begin with.
yeah, like, but there's only one married person, Amanda and Kyle.
And Kyle, yeah, that's true.
So I'm just like, okay, so you're allowed to joke about it. Jesse's allowed to joke about it because he's like, look, because Jesse goes, here we go, Ben trying to kiss married people again.
Yep, yep.
And I'm just like, didn't Bailey just get yelled at? Like
Yes,
for making a
yes,
comment? So it only
yep.
applies when women say
Say
inappropriate
it.
things to men.
Yep,
And I'm just
yep.
like, not okay. Amanda kisses KJ on the cheek. Ben
Mhm.
kisses Bailey and Ben jumps in the pool nude. That's what the spin the bottle is. Jesse and Levi, right? Is that her name?
Yep.
Make out. And it was pretty good. They looked pretty cute.
Yeah, that was intense.
Yeah, it was because they kept going after they stopped.
Yeah.
Wes is drunk and he's like over here feeling on Sierra because they went to the winery. So they're still drunk
Yes.
from the morning winery. And Sierra's just looking at him. He's really wasted and maybe he like doesn't think like there's other people in the room and he just looks like he's funny. He's funny and it's cute.
My favorite part was when he was, like, touching her, and she directly stares at the camera like, "What?"
Like, somebody help me.
Yeah, like,
Her
what is
eyes were
going
just
on?
like, help.
Yes.
And Amanda spins and it lands on Kyle. And Kyle was so excited. He was like, because we haven't made out in a long time. And then Amanda goes, you smell like cheese. And I just died. I was like, done. She's done. Amanda pulls a fast one and goes, look, Wes and Sarah have to make out. And they obviously don't.
Yeah.
And then after the game's over, Bailey and Ben go back to her room. They sit on the bed and he's like apologizing for the way he yelled at her. And they
Yep.
hug it out. And Bailey's like, we're moving forward, but the passion is dead. She's like, I need someone sweet.
I don't blame her.
Yeah, I don't blame her either. The next morning, everybody has a hangover. The guys tell Wes what he was doing, and he's like, I feel stupid. The boys were making fun of him, and I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it is.
I like that Ben or Carl and Bailey had a lunch date. I think that's
Yeah.
cute. I think that's a cute dynamic. Bailey's a sweetheart, kind of awkward.
Mhm.
And sometimes I think Carl's too sweet and he's
Yep.
awkward. So I think it's perfect for each other. KJ and Dara, doesn't she look like Michelle? Do you think Dara
From the
looks like
Valley?
Michelle from the Valley?
Yep.
I think so too. Kind of like they could be twins.
They could be.
KJ teaches her how to box. I thought that was cute,
Yeah.
except for, I mean, it's like, so she's a little bit of a tough girl.
Yeah.
Amanda and Kyle talk about his DJ career. Amanda asks, is it a long term thing? And he says yes. Because it's so crazy because every other season, remember Amanda trying to get pregnant like right after they got married and going and getting egg tested, going and getting sperm tested, going and doing
Yep.
this and that. And getting on the right meds because she's depressed. And now we're at this stage where, and she also wanted to buy a house. She didn't want to live in the city. She wanted a home. She wanted a family. And somehow now it's like party, 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 DJ
Yep.
career. Amanda wants to start her own swimsuit line.
True line.
So now there's no talk of babies. I don't even know if they have a house or anything. I thought they had a house. So I find it sad because I believe,
Yeah.
like, it's been over for a very long time.
Yeah.
Kyle's turning 43 and they're throwing a party. Carl talks to KJ about Bailey telling him what Amanda has said about some I don't know. I don't know what exactly was said, but he was kind of hesitant because
Yeah.
Amanda's there the weekend. And so sometimes he's like, I don't know what what I'm getting.
And
Is she going
yeah.
to hate me or is she going to be friendly? Which I get. It was a bad breakup. So you should always be on your toes. They get to the house, they all get ready for Kyle's birthday dinner. Kyle's wearing a scarf to look like Ben, like he's from Australia. Maybe Amanda will pay attention to him more. They ask KJ about him and Dara, and so they all start talking and giving advice to KJ about dating. And so Jesse, because they're like really bashing what was her name? Lexi. Remember
Mhm.
Lexi from last season? I really like her. She's
Yep.
really cool. I still follow her on Instagram. She's still successful, still a model, still has her
Yeah.
head on straight, hangs out with her mom and sisters. I really like her. But they really dogged her. Like they played back some previous episodes of her. And so Jesse was kind of like dogging the whole relationship on like you should be up and truthful and honest. But it's crazy because Jesse, why are you gonna give dating relationship advice when you are not dating and you're just an
Yep.
F boy.
Yep.
So I don't think you have any room to talk, especially that you're trying to get with your best friend's woman who
Friend.
is basically in love with her. So let's take a seat. Sierra tells KJ, don't talk to the press about your relationship. And she was looking straight at Wes.
Yeah, Wes. Mhm.
And then Wes comes in and is like, I'm sorry. It was awkward. It took me to realize to look at the situation from a different perspective. And then they start like it became sad at the dinner table.
Yeah.
He was getting hate messages. I don't get it. Like, why? I don't understand why the racist comments with Wes. And then Sierra was getting hate messages saying that she got played by another white dude. First white dude was Austin. And I'm just like, why let the media get to you when the media, I mean,
Yeah.
all this hate. So KJ starts crying because he has two sisters that go through the same thing with racist. And so they have like a serious talk at the end. So this episode
Yeah.
wasn't just there wasn't a lot going on. And basically they talk about, colored people and how they have it harder, which is true. And it was kind of just a moment for Sierra and KJ and the other one to open up and say, it's hard for expectations when you're on a show and there's media and stuff like that.
Uh,
So yeah, I get it. But that was basically the end of that episode.
yeah.
There wasn't really much.
No, it's kind of like a filler episode.
Uh-huh.
Ladies of London, episode 2. So we learned that Michaela, who is American, got into teaching etiquette classes because her husband, who was her boyfriend at the time, was using proper etiquette, and she didn't know how to do that. So he suggested she take an etiquette class, and that's how she learned etiquette and decided she wanted to get into that. So she said she trained under staff that worked at the Royal Palace. I want to know how true this is, and is that actually like a big field for someone to teach it to go to an etiquette class? Like, maybe it is over there, but I feel like over here, I've never heard of anyone going to an etiquette class.
Yeah, like the debutantes. They go to etiquette class. If you're in the
I
country
did forget about
club,
that.
like if you go to Crystal Lake Country Club and you live in that $1 million
But,
homes,
like but, like,
they
is it a big field, though?
what to go
That,
to
like
etiquette class?
yeah, that, like, someone can, like, teach this year-round and make a living off of it?
Absolutely.
At least here in the States, is it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Country clubs, high investments. If you work for a big corporation and you're just hired, a lot of them will be like, you have to take an ethics class because you're going to go do marketing. You're going to meet rich people. You're going to go on private planes. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm hanging out with the wrong people then.
No, you're hanging out with the right people. You don't want to hang out. You don't want to be
No,
fake.
I don't. No, I do not. So Dara, who's also American, she is hosting a dinner party at a Chinese restaurant, so she wants to have her Chinese influence on it. Dara says the madam comment is funny but not true. She says it happens when you're a public figure. So I guess it happens when you get up there in status.
Well, it happens if you didn't come from money. Like if
Yeah.
you're not inheritant, like where did you just pop out of? They
Yeah.
automatically assume you must have been an escort. They must have got you on the red
Because you're getting
line.
money somewhere
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
So unless you're from a family of inheritance, that's the first thing that comes up. It's sad, but
Emma, Mark, and Kimmy meet up to discuss a garden party. They fill Emma in with the gossip about Dara because she was doing something else. I don't remember where she was. She was promoting something else. Lottie and Joshua, who are like the very well dressed couple, I think they're like fashion design or something. They are doing their baby announcement photos. Lottie said what attracted her to Joshua was his flamboyantness. She said they do their hair and makeup uh together now. And I was like, "Wow, that is interesting." I don't know how I would feel about if me and my husband did our hair and makeup together. But, I
because
mean,
what if they get in a fight?
I know.
Then the makeup artist has to choose between these two people because I
Yep,
don't trust my hair and makeup
yep,
person with my enemy. Don't
yep,
do that.
yep,
Don't do
nope.
that. Get your own. Get your own.
So whatever floats her boat. Missy, who's a Sweden model, is doing therapy, and she talks about how her past husband/boyfriends and how they were toxic, and she does therapy to cope with it. And it sounds like she does it also just to cope with like her friends and anything that's going on in her life. Margot and her 1.5-year-old are at the park. Margot is also American. They meet up with Martha, who gives me such Luann vibes. Margot talks about how she is sober, and she made it sound like that going out with Martha made her, I don't want to say relapse, but not be sober. So I don't know if Martha has an issue, but it sounds like Martha and Margot used to party a lot. and then Margot got pregnant. Martha seems very gullible. She talks to Margot about how she met some random guy in the park and he's going to paint her flat. She wired him money. It sounded like 3K dollars she wired him. And he hasn't done any of the work yet, but she already wired this money to him. And I was like,
Obviously, she's not smart.
no wonder why you keep going from guy to guy with money, because it sounds like you're very gullible and you believe anything anyone says. So
Why
I
would you
pray to
pay
God.
someone before services are rendered?
I know, and that's what Margot was saying. So I pray to God that she didn't get scammed, but
She got
I
scammed.
guess we'll see. She probably did. She probably did. Where are we? So it's the day of Dara's dinner party. All the ladies show up, and Dara has like two friends there. And I forget who talks to them, maybe Martha. And Martha goes up to one of them and was like, "Oh, how do you know Dara?" And she could not get a straight answer out of this girl. This girl was like, "Oh, we were friends, but then I followed her on Instagram and then she reached out to me and now we're, like, influencer friends," and then, like, the story did not make sense at all. So that just I feel like that just speaks about Dara. So then at dinner, Missy, the model, wants to confront Dara about being two-faced about Micah. Dara starts with a speech about how everyone there is self-made, and everyone is confused about why she is saying that. I was also confused about her speech. It didn't make any sense to me why she was going on about how they're all entrepreneurs and self-made and stuff like that, because I don't know, it didn't make any sense to me. Emma is late because she was at a fragrance launch, so she shows up a little bit late. Missy finally speaks up to Dara during the dinner, and she was put in a very shitty position about her friend Michaela saying she's embarrassing, low class cringe, and faking her lifestyle. So Missy calls Dara out on saying that about Michaela. Dara says Michaela is her sister. She says she loved the walkie talkies that Michaela gave her, and this convo is not needed. So as she's saying all this, Michaela is very silent at the table, just kind of like what the fuck is happening? Like she's really like unsure and just kind of taking it all in. And Michaela goes, "That sounds like Dara because Dara always says cringe whenever she talks." And she goes, "I don't know anyone else that says cringe because cringe is an American word," she says. And she goes, "I know Dara 100% says cringe." So she's like, "Me and Dara need to talk," because she's like, "I'm very upset about this."
About saying an
So
American word?
no, about Dara saying the stuff about her that Michaela's embarrassing, class, cringe, and faking her lifestyle. When
Okay.
when Michaela in episode 1 was sticking up for Dara when they were calling her a madam.
Uh-huh.
So that's why she's, like, upset about this, 'cause Michaela thinks they're the best of friends. They went to
But
school together,
how
they grew up together.
Yeah, but if they're close and she's not close with anybody else, where did this madam come from?
That's what they can't find out. So Martha's the one that spread this rumor, and she says it in here that she's guilty of spreading it. I don't know who told her, but somehow someone told Martha, and then Martha's telling everyone. So Michaela says she believes Missy because Dara does use the word cringe. Like I said, it's an American word. Michaela wants to talk to Dara, and she gets up to talk to her, and Dara goes, "We can't talk right now," which I kind of agree. They can't talk right now. It's not the time or the place. So then Dara gets up, and she's like kind of trying to like exit where they're having dinner. And she's speaking to producers, and she says she doesn't think she's made for the show. She tells producers she did say that, and she said it because she was filming. So then 5 minutes later, Dara comes back in and tells the group again, "Oh, I didn't say any of that about Michaela," when she just said outside the producers that she said it. So I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you saying one thing to the cameras and then you come back? Mind you, this is all being recorded. Why are you
Because she
saying
could
that?
be I mean, spreading that.
You're twisting.
And nobody's gonna believe you.
So everyone says that Dara is a social climber, and they all want to hear from Michaela, and she said that she is hurt, but her and Dara need to talk. And Dara says, we end with this. Dara says she's not made out for the show and wants to leave the friend group. And then there's a black screen and it says Dara has left the friend group. So she only made it 2 episodes and she's done so. So we'll see what happens with that.
Crazy.
You want to do Beverly Hills?
Beverly Hills episode 14, Unmasking the Truth. They're still in Florence, Italy. The ladies are getting ready to go downtown, where Sutton's luggage has still not came, so she has to borrow
What is this, like
clothes.
3, 4 days in?
Hmm.
That's
And
crazy.
so That's why I'm always scared to check my bag. I always have a
Yeah.
carry-on. I don't care if I'm going for a week or a weekend. Like, I try
Yeah.
and fit everything. And so she borrows Kyle's yellow dress, and Sutton makes a note that it is from Zara. There's nothing wrong with Zara. Zara is good fashion, just because
Yeah.
it's not more than $1,000.
Yeah.
Everyone dressed in bright colors except for Bose and Erica. They dress like in leopard print, like they were from the Mob Wives, like Jennifer noted. The ladies in the car say they're not buying Amanda's storyline. It's kind of becoming a mean girl aura.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's like Bose, Erica, Sutton's in the back, like, like you did this. I feel like it's a repeated pattern. I don't get it. Like, if you're coming into the friend group, like, you shouldn't be pressured into telling everything, like your struggles or if there's something happening, because I just met you. How am I supposed to?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to build trust. I don't lay it all
Exactly.
out on the table first and then see who's going to take it and run with it. I want to be able to do a one-on-one with everybody.
Yeah.
So I just feel like the ladies are approaching her wrong. They all get in front of the David statue, and Erica or someone says, "Cum gutter." I've never heard of
Yeah, it was
it.
Erica. I've never heard of that.
Never heard of it. So,
Yeah.
like, Kathy, Sutton, all of them were just like, "What did you just say?" So I thought that was very funny. Kathy's in the confession describing the David statue was quite funny. She emphasized his hands and his feet.
Mhm.
They go to the Arno River. I hope I'm saying it right. But that is like the main. I've taken a picture too in front of this river. It's beautiful. Because I went to Italy. I've been there twice. Well, yeah, I've been there twice. And this river, it flows straight through the heart of Italy. So it's like a very known place to take a picture. And there's this like stand, and they're selling a bunch of masks or whatever, like masks that you wear at like masquerades. And then one of the girls, I can't remember her name. She's one of the guests, someone's guest, Bo's guest, I think.
Natalie?
Is it Natalie? Yeah, Natalie, I believe. And
Mhm.
she's like, she points to a Pinocchio one with the long nose. And she's like,
Mhm.
"Who's going to wear that one?" And Bose yells, "Amanda." And she overheard it, obviously. And so she did the right thing as an adult and just like brushed it off her shoulders.
Mhm.
And then they carry on. They take pictures and then they all go shopping. Sutton books a private meeting with Dolce& and Gabbana, but she can only take 2 people. And so she takes Jennifer and she takes Bose, because Bose last year commented on how Sutton doesn't have the greatest clothing style. So
I mean, she's not
So
wrong.
they go shopping and they're all having fun. I'm jealous, of course. Jennifer does a cute little thing where she's at Dolce& and Gabbana and she like whispers the size to the guy who's like
Yeah.
taking, and I thought that was cute.
That was funny, yeah.
Kyle and Amanda are shopping and they corner Natalie about the whole mask comment. And she was like, it was a joke. And Kyle's like, well, it wasn't, it was a juvenile joke. Like, there's a joke if you guys are on good terms, like
Yeah.
hee ha ha. But it was a joke to stab you,
Yeah.
like you're fake. And say that to somebody else. Say that to the wrong person, Bose, and they may not be so cordial, and so I think Bose is kind of like trying to push the buttons, but they corner Natalie and they separated her to ask her this question. She said, yeah. She's like, I heard it. Yeah, it was a joke. And she stuck to her ground. So then Zoe has a conversation with her son while they're shopping as well. And I feel bad. And he basically wants to leave his dad's and go to his grandma's. So, like, she has to book
Yeah.
a trip and stuff. And I'm like, ah. Um, Zoe and Dorit have a feeling that Sutton and Kyle are playing a role with Amanda, because they're both like talking in Amanda's ear and kind of
Yeah.
like encouraging Amanda to just like duke it out with Dorit. And Zoe's not having it. Zoe's like, I don't like it. Well, you don't have to like it.
I don't like it either.
Yeah. And you can tell they're trying just to like, scream, yell, shout, do something, throw a drink
Do
in her
something.
face.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Amanda's still playing it cool. She's like, "Why?" Like, it's really not that big of a deal. And if it is a big deal to you, then that's a personal internal issue that maybe you do feel bad. Maybe it hits a nerve to the point where someone from the outside is looking in rather than your friends telling you the truth. There's
Mhm.
someone on the outside that doesn't know you and is also saying the same thing. You shouldn't be talking bad about the father of your child on national TV because it will eventually kick you in the butt.
It
Like
will.
like those kids are going to grow up and saying like, "Mom, like you should apologize," you know? So maybe
Yeah.
Dorit does feel bad for it, but she's mad that someone other than her friends are telling her. So
Yep.
I don't know. Um, Dorit or they get back to Bose wants a fight with Amanda and the girls is giving me girls. Okay, yeah, I said that. Dorit and Zoe, they get back in the car and the Gucci bags is hilarious. There's like 100 Gucci bags in the car and just them two. They get back to
Yeah,
the
there is.
hotel for a pool and pizza party because they spent all their vacation money on shopping and can't afford a nice dinner. I said it. I said it.
I know, I was kinda wondering that.
Yeah, like, usually after shopping, you wanna, like, go to a fancy dinner and stuff your face, but I get it.
Yeah.
Not all the bags could I mean, you coulda left the bags in the car.
Yeah.
Dorit immediately comes for Sutton, and she goes,
Mhm.
"Little Missy," and I'm
Mhm.
like, "Oh god, what now?" Saying that you're putting words in Amanda's head to come after me. And Amanda starts to talk, and Dorit starts rolling her eyes. Bose and Dorit say she plays the victim a lot. Like, it's not even a victim. Like, I don't know. Like, you don't know her well enough to call her a victim.
Victim.
She's like, but you expect her to tell her story when all you're going to do is saying, you want us to feel bad for you, you want us to feel bad for you. Then why am I talking? Why do you want me to know that but you say my life is perfect. So make it make sense. If she's a victim and she's always looking for sympathy from you guys, then why are you guys also saying that she plays a perfect life when you guys are saying that she's playing the victim and we're supposed to feel bad for
Yeah.
her? So
Yeah.
I think it's just you got to make it make sense.
Yeah.
So then Kyle comes for Natalie about the whole Bose joke. And somehow like Natalie like denies
Yeah.
saying it. And then Kyle starts yelling, like, you're lying, you're lying. Um, Amanda's like shocked. And Natalie's like tells Amanda, like, don't deflect on me. And it wasn't even deflecting
Yeah.
was, like stating a fact. Like Natalie was confirming that yes, Bose was the one that said it. And Amanda was like, well, do you think I'm fake, Bose? And Bose was like, I don't feel that your truth, something about your truth, like you play a perfect role. And again, if she played a perfect role, then why are you calling that she always plays victim? Like you can't be perfect and play victim.
But also, when Bose was new, did she tell everyone her business right away? I don't think so. I don't think anyone does that at first.
Yeah, no, Bose and Dorit became good friends. And then
But they didn't but Bose
yeah,
didn't open up right away to everyone.
yeah, I don't think she opened up right away. And I don't even remember her story. Like that's how not important it was.
Mhm. Yeah.
Did she have kids? Yeah, she had all
Really?
these roles and I really don't know why she's on the Housewives.
Yeah, because she's done everything from, like, Apple, like, high up in Apple, to Google, this to Netflix, and now she's a housewife.
And now she's a housewife.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting because Bozer really doesn't have a story. I feel like she's trying to insert her storyline and intertwine it with Dorit
Yeah.
because she knows she has Dorit's back.
She does, yeah.
Because if it wasn't for Bose, Garcelle, I don't think would have left. But Garcelle left because of Sutton. It's
Who do
crazy.
you think added more to Beverly Hills, Garcelle or Bose?
I like Garcelle's story. Probably more women would relate to Garcelle because
Yeah.
we know her. She's well known. We know she's an
Yeah.
actor. Her sons, and
Addiction
everything.
issues
Yeah,
from
and
you know what I mean?
she always tried to bring people together. Like, you know
She
how
did.
she brought her mom and Sutton
She did.
together.
Sutton. Yep.
She brought Kyle and Sutton back
Mhm.
together.
Mhm.
So I think Garcelle was more like, let's not pit each other against each other.
But I
We're
feel like
both,
she
yeah.
also called people out on their BS when needed.
Yeah, and her stuff made sense when she called people
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dorit leaves in mid-conversation, and she just leaves. Nobody knows where she goes. She just
No
went
one
to
can
bed.
find
So
her.
then they all stop filming like, "Well, I'm gonna go to bed too." She can just up and leave.
Yeah.
Jennifer goes to the little chapel, and then Dorit, Bose, and Zoe have a private conversation. Bose is saying Amanda is
Yeah.
not clear of her life and says she built a cult. The end.
I don't disagree with that last part.
I mean, yeah, but those are strong accusations,
It is a
and it
strong
could lead
accusation.
into the investigation.
It could, yeah.
So I think that she should have used, I don't know, but
Something else. Different
yeah,
words. Yeah.
yeah.
I agree.
So that was basically it. And then, who said it? Who said it? What's her name? Crystal. Crystal from Housewives of Orange County. She was on a podcast and she said something funny. She's like, the reason Dorit's always late is because she's a chain smoker.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. And now she's leaving in the middle of conversations, probably because she needs a
Yep.
cigarette and they can't,
Yep.
nobody wants to
Show
be
her.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Yeah. Makes sense. A Southern Hospitality episode 3. So they're all in, is it Folly? This that place that they all met for what's their faces? Brad and his girlfriend's 1 year. So Mia and Maddie squash their beef. Maddie wants to talk to TJ, so they talk. He apologizes for knowing the facts about her ex and not telling her. So they make up. Now all that's left is TJ and Emmy need to talk about when she called him a predator. TJ is not over that. At
I don't
dinner, Emmy
understand the predator. It was from a different season where TJ took advantage of a straight man. Was that what it was?
I thought Brad and TJ were mad at Emmy because of what she said on the Vile Files, the
Yeah, and
podcast.
she made a comment about TJ taking advantage of a straight man, right?
Yes, I think so.
Who is what's his face? Maddie's boyfriend or Maddie's boyfriend. Is that who she was referring to?
I don't remember. You're talking about Joe Bradley?
Yeah, I thought that's what TJ was taking advantage of Joe or something.
Well, because they did talk about that last season. Could be.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I just know it's something that she said on the Vile Files. So at dinner, Emmy brings up that she needs to talk to some people. Brad said he heard stuff about her fiance, and then he started to do more digging. That's when the whole what's her fiance's name? Well, the cheating rumors came about. In the hotel, Brad brings up what he heard at the hotel, which is what he sent from his phone to her. Emmy said it was her fiance that responded back, not her, to Brad. Molly said that she heard it straight from Emmy's mouth as well because their hotel rooms were very close together. So she doesn't know why she's trying to pin this on Will when everyone could clearly hear what was going on in the hotel. Emmy said she was scared of Brad because he was right outside her door when all of this was happening at the hotel. The whole group just said she needs to be better with her words, and I agree because what she said here was not okay about calling
Yeah.
him the R word. Yeah.
Racist?
Mhm.
Oh, she called who racist?
Brad.
Brad racist?
Yeah. I think is what she said. Emmy said she didn't know what to say when she was on the podcast, the Vile Files, when they brought it up, which, I mean, I get that, but I mean, I guess I don't know because I've never been in that situation, but like, how would you turn that down or say, like, I'm not talking about that? You know what I mean? I think she was just heated from the reunion and everything that happened in the hotel, so she just kind of used this to her advantage when she was on that podcast. Emmy was called out for liking fat shaming comments on IG that Molly felt were directed at her. After the talk, Emmy goes outside and is like hyperventilating. So they all go outside and kind of talk to her. And then I believe her and Brad make up. Emmy decides to take a shot out of nowhere. And she said she hasn't had a drink since September of 2023. And I don't remember what she's drinking, but it looks strong. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, because she was doing the hardcore body transformation,
Mm-hmm.
and
I,
because
I felt like
everybody wants to fight with her.
she did this to prove to everyone that she's I don't wanna say still her, but can, like, still get down with everyone, they can trust her, but
Mhm.
I feel like there's gotta be a different way to go about this.
Yeah, you don't have to drink. Well, Maddie doesn't drink
No.
either. Maddie's not a
No, she
drinker.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they go out and they do body shots. This ends with TJ and Michael's making out. Now they were back to work. The boys, Joe, Brad, and that new guy, I forget his name, are walking the streets in Charleston. They're trying to get new people to come to Republic or end their night at Republic. That's how they sell tables, I guess. While the boys are working, the girls and gays have a sleepover party at Molly's. Emmy is not coming since Molly didn't invite her herself, so she is being petty. On the way to the party, Grace, this is coming from Maddie. On the way to Molly's party, Grace starts bitching at Maddie because she didn't tell her it was a PJ party, when I guess Maddie found out like hours before. So Grace is bitching about this on the way to the party. They all start to gossip and talk about their type. Grace tells Maddie, mind you, Grace is probably like at least 2 to 3 drinks in at this point of wine. Grace tells Maddie to shut the fuck up and that she is mad at Maddie, but it's not the time or the place to talk. So I think Grace is really holding resentment towards Maddie. I think Grace, and this kind of explains why she's gotten put in jail twice. Because I think Grace is kind of going nowhere and she's seeing her best friend Maddie do all these DJ gigs. She's doing well at Republic, like all this stuff, and she's not going anywhere. Grace says she's sick of everyone telling her she's a better friend than Maddie, and that she said that she prioritizes Joe, which I agree, but when you're in a relationship, I feel like you tend to do that. So I don't think that's abnormal. I just think Grace is jealous. And Maddie said Grace wasn't there for her during her hard time last year. And that's kind of where we leave the episode.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the whole Grace thing because it was Grace and Maddie. Or always remember
Yeah.
Grace in the studio making her first song and Maddie helping her, and then kind of like bonding over the whole debacle with her ex.
Mm-hmm.
And then once what's his face came in and she started dating
Joe.
Joe, it's like she put her on the
Grace
back
on that
burner.
back burner. Yeah, exactly.
So I feel ya. I still like her. I think I would party with Maddie for sure if I was a partier.
Yeah.
I mean, Grace. I would party
I
with
mean,
Grace.
I like both of them, but I
Yeah.
think to an extent with Grace.
Yeah. I don't know. The old me
Reunion
would
time.
party with Grace.
Yeah, me too. The one in college for sure. For sure.
Okay, so then where are we going? Where are we going?
Reunion time.
Dear Lord.
Southern
Southern Charm. Ugh, part 1. I like the background. It
Yeah,
kind
I
of
do
gave
too.
me an idea what to do with my office. It's Mexico theme, of course. Let's go with the looks. Craig trying to pull off some Elvis theme with his shoes and his hair and his showing
Gosh.
his chest.
Ugh.
Ugh, I just want to throw up. Vanita, I really liked her from head to toe. Everything. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Madison obviously looks like she got a mommy makeover. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Donations would
Yes.
be. Yeah.
Welcome.
Shep looks like he is part of a polo club. Not a fan. I don't know why you would wear an Christmas checkered zipper button down. His zipper is down too. Madison has to tell him, zip your zipper. What are you doing? You look a hot mess.
Yeah.
Sally looks okay. Not sure the deep maroon is her color.
I didn't think it was either.
And you know that you're sitting down on a couch. The midriff. Like you're sitting
Yeah.
on a couch.
Yeah.
So not my favorite choice. Austin looks okay. Whit looks okay. Molly's dress is cute. I like the purple. Charlie's dress is giving a wedding receptionist. And it's also her
Yeah.
birthday. So I get it. Rod looks good.
He always looks good.
What's his face is not there.
Yes. Thank you.
He's not there. Maybe he'll pop up. Or maybe he's filming in the back. Patricia and Whitney are not there yet. Madison says she has known Whit for a long time.
Whitner, right?
He used to hang out with one of Madison's friends. So that's how she knows Whit. And then we just found out that Whitney's ex-fiance cheated on him with Sally's ex-boyfriend from last season.
Who was her boyfriend from last season?
Some guy.
That weird scrawny guy?
The weird guy with the hair. Remember? He was awkward.
Wait, so say that again. Say the whole thing
So
again.
Whit's ex-fiance
Yes.
cheated
Him.
with Sally's ex-boyfriend. So that's probably
It
why
is
Sally and Win yeah.
such a small world there.
It's a
Such
small
a small world.
town. So small. Andy asks Sally, "What are you looking for?" And she points to Austin.
Oh my god, again with this, I could not stand that.
Sally explains her comment on Watch What Happens Live and
About
basically
Whitner, right?
about Wit. Yeah, about Wit and how she says he talks too much about himself.
I didn't think he did at all.
Yeah, and I was like, I maybe we didn't get that. Maybe they edited that out, but he was pretty
Yeah.
quiet. I mean, he hosted half the season was you went to this nice ass place and then he also hosted another dinner party and then he also he backed you up with Vanita like
Yeah. And let's not
so
forget the midday party that Craig threw. He had to go take a work call.
yeah.
So, he's a hardworking guy. I don't think he's talking about himself at all.
Yeah, I think he's gonna replace Craig. I think this
Yeah.
is Craig. I'm hoping that this is Craig's list.
Fingers
Fingers
crossed.
crossed, dude. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Craig says Sally's told Craig Charlie was talking to other boys, which is typical when she's trying to get Craig jelly. So that's where you went wrong, Sally. Because you're
Yeah.
telling him about Charlie and that Charlie's talking to other men. So that means that you knew that Craig had a crush on Charlie the whole time.
Mhm.
And yet you played it. That's why you got mad at Charlie. You didn't get mad because you knew the whole time Craig was trying to get with Charlie. And then you played it off that you liked
That
Craig.
she
You
was the
liked
victim.
Craig
Yeah.
because he was unavailable and he didn't like you. He liked
Yes.
your best friend.
Yep, yep, yep.
So it's all coming together. Craig says Charlie told him you weren't talking to other boys. And then Charlie says that's not true because Charlie says, I even told you I was on Raya, which is a dating app, and that you should
Mhm.
join it too. So Craig knew that Charlie's options were open.
Yeah.
Andy asked Vanita, why did you expose Molly for getting her parts fixed? And Vanita said it was a bad move for trusting Sally. And she apologized. And I think it was heartfelt. But
It felt like
yeah,
it.
Sally doubled down. She told me on camera, what was I supposed to do with it? Not say it.
Yeah. Don't feed into it.
Don't feed into it. It was weird because Andy gets into Austin and it's so crazy because he's trying to deny. I like how they sat them together. They sat Austin and
Mhm.
Sally next to each other. And then Austin's denying sleeping with Sally because he wants to
That
show
was
respect to Audrey.
that was so awkward. Because even Madison was like, You guys aren't fooling anyone." And I feel like you could read it all over Sally's face, that she wants to boast about it, she wants to scream it from the top of the top
Yeah,
of the skyscraper, but
but
Austin's like, "Nothing happened."
it's almost like she wants the prize, like, she's trying to do it it's just really disrespectful, like, almost
Yeah.
like when Lala told Rachel, like, "I wouldn't trust you alone with my man."
Yeah.
Like, that type of, like, "You're
Uh,
sneaky."
yep.
Like, you don't wanna be that girl.
No.
You don't wanna be that girl where the girl group and yeah. So, I think Sally's playing a wrong move, and I don't if you're "Oh, I have baby fever," which is what she said, and all that, you don't go out every night at a bar. You're not gonna find a man at the bar.
No.
And if you do, it's not the right man that you're trying to settle with.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
it's crazy. Crazy to me. Andy reads a comment about if you want a wife, then act like a wife. And Maddie says that is true. And
Mhm.
so I guess they had a conversation, Madison and Austin, and basically saying that Sally goes out too much. And then this is where Austin calls Sally a bar rat. And then the
Yes.
whole internet blew up. I think it was wrong. I mean, it's the correct term. I mean, if you go out for 5 nights out of the week, but some people do that because they don't have anything to come home to. And instead of calling her out, it's almost like maybe she doesn't want to go home to an empty home, you know?
Which I get that. I've
Uh,
been there, done that.
Me too. And she's young. And she wants to run around on a high body count. And Andy goes, Austin, your body count is not small in the Bravo world. And my eyes just went like, damn. Because Andy
Mhm.
knows everything. Because Austin has slept with everybody from, yeah. Austin says she calls me every day, or she calls me and she tells me who she sleeps with, and basically says, I'm willing to keep that in the friend zone.
Do we think she's doing that to make him jealous?
Yeah,
Saying
she's
like, "Oh,
just,
I slept with so and so."
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's almost like you could have had me, but you don't have me.
I don't know, their whole dynamic is weird because it's like he knows how much Sally likes him and he wants to give into that, but then he also, like you said, wants to like pay respect to Audrey, but it's like, why?
Well, Audrey posted online because when Andy asked Austin, "Have you talked to Audrey?" and he's like, "Yeah, we've talked a few times. We went to lunch and Shep was there." And then Audrey gets online. She's like, "None of that is true. None of that is true."
Person.
Yeah. So Austin says, "Yeah, he's talked and that was a lie." Madison says Audrey is the girl that got away. And she's like, "I'm double downing on that. Like, you lost a really good one."
I think
He
he did too.
he doesn't remember the fight. He was so drunk. He doesn't remember fighting with Audrey because
That's
he
crazy.
doesn't remember leaving her and
I
going to
know.
Sally after Audrey had just said, "I don't know why Sally's not coming up to me."
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it was weird. I mean, I would have loved to seen that conversation between Audrey and Sally.
It's gotta be somewhere, right? They had to have taped it.
Andy was like, "And here's a video of Audrey's confession," or something like
Yeah,
that.
that was
And they're
funny.
all like, "What?" And I
That was
died. I
funny. That was
died.
fun. I thought he
Looked
was for real at first.
I looked at Sally's face was the person I looked
Yeah,
at. I was like, "Hmm."
yeah.
Craig wants to make sure that everyone now knows that he was never in a hot tub alone with Sally. Damn, they're just dogging her too.
I know.
Dogging her left and right. Let's see. Also, Andy asked everyone, raise your hand if Austin had FOMO of not being able to go in the hot tub because he was dating Audrey. Nobody raised their hand because nobody cares about your hot tub, Craig. Nobody. Craig says Austin pokes until they explode and he calls it manipulation. Then Whit is like, no, that's just you having an aggression problem. It's not let's poke. Andy also asked Madison about the moment where Audrey was like, they're sitting in the lawn chair and Audrey was like, is Sally and Craig dating? Are they trying to hook up or whatever? And she goes, no, she likes Austin. And Madison was like, I was gonna be 100 with her. So I
Yeah,
think putting that in Audrey's head kind of created tension between Austin.
yeah.
So Sally is just sitting back quiet and Andy makes a joke about a video. That's where I left off. I think that was about it. There wasn't really anything
Yeah.
much said until this
Much
next
no,
episode. But
no.
yeah, basically it's the trio between Sally, Austin, and Craig, which is
Uh-huh.
Sally's giving what Bravo wants. So
Exactly.
and I don't think she really likes Austin. I think it's just because he's famous. If Austin wasn't on the show, you think you would go for him?
I mean, that's what I'm trying to feel. What is the appeal? What is her end game? Like, why is she doing like, why Austin?
Yeah.
Is it because of that? Like, why not Shep? Shep has just as much pull, I feel like, as Austin has.
I don't
So,
know.
like like, why I don't know. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
But she's been obsessed with him this whole season.
Yeah, and she wasn't obsessed with him last season.
No, but she also had that weird boyfriend, scrawny guy.
Yeah, but she wasn't obsessed and then Austin remember last season, he made that comment about her boobs?
Yes.
"Show me your
And she
boobs,"
got and she and she got pissed at that.
and she got
Remember?
upset, and she got a breast reduction.
Mhm. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, like, she went from, like, not being so hot and heavy on all the guys to being hot and heavy this season, and it's
Mhm.
just, like, I almost like the other version of her where she was
Yeah,
more
I
calm.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
and not so obsessed with him.
Mhm.
Bravo news. We have a ton of Bravo news. The first thing that everyone knows by now is that Jordan from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives files for divorce from Jesse after 5 years of marriage. Other big news that we all know that ABC canceled Taylor's season of The Bachelorette. Vanderpump Villa, which you think that talk will be on, which I'm hoping so. Season 3 will premiere April 16th. Um, Real Housewives of Miami is on a pause amid low ratings. This makes me sad. I love Miami.
Yeah, I wonder
I
why they
hope that
have low ratings.
I hope they can come back because they took a break and then they came back on Peacock only. So I'm really hoping they come back.
April 16th, Vanderpump Villa, let me put that in there.
Mhm, mhm. And then it has been 20 years since Real Housewives of OC premiered, in 2006. So that is crazy that it's been on for 20 years, and that's what started this whole franchise.
That's what started it. So, Real House of Miami is on pause mid low ratings
Mhm. I took it as because of the low ratings.
or because there's legal battles
Maybe that's their way
or
of
none
saying
of the
that.
women are getting along and they don't know how to handle the spicy Latinas.
Maybe, maybe.
Maybe. I think it's because they can't handle it. What's
They make good
next?
TV, though.
They do. I like
Um,
it.
Atlanta's coming back April 5th.
Yes, April 5th. April 5th, Atlanta. That's Easter.
I'm surprised they chose that day.
I know. Atlanta.
But they've always been on, like, a Sunday, though, I feel like.
It's gonna get spicy.
Back to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Jordan filed a restraining order against Jesse, and I did hear it was denied.
It was denied.
Yep.
She doesn't seem aggressive. And unless
I
you
think
have
she should
motive, like if she like physically
I think
attacked
it sh
him. Yeah,
I think it should be the other way around. I think she should file it from him.
absolutely.
Yeah, I
And
don't
then
think
did
it
you
should have been.
see Chase's sister
You know what? I saw a little bit of it.
about him going to jail?
Yes,
I think she just said that to spin it.
I think she did too. I
Yeah.
think she did too.
So good job. Good job. We need her on the show.
There are talks of
Uh, It was fake news. It's fake news. Someone spread it. It's fake.
yep,
Nobody's
fake
going to jail.
news.
He popped his head on. He's who going to jail?
His jail. I don't know if this is true, but because Secret Lives is on a pause, they've talked about a spin-off of Mormons with one cast member, correct, coming from Secret Lives
Yeah,
to this new spin-off.
which is Jen, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
And that's probably why she bought the house out there.
Could be, and that's what we talked about earlier. So could be. Zach spills the beans. I didn't watch this, but I did hear that he said something on was it Instagram or TikTok?
Yeah, he said it.
What'd he say?
Well, he said that they really didn't move into Whitney's house and that it was all staged. He was like, "We already had a house."
Okay, because I was gonna say, why would he drive a big ass U-Haul to
He
their
was
house?
he's like, "After that moment, they closed the door and they went to their home and unpacked in their new house. It was all
Okay,
staged."
I was gonna say that makes more sense
Yeah, it was
to
all
me. Like,
staged.
and also, why would you go out there and not have an Airbnb when you
Yeah,
know you're gonna be out there for at least a month or so? Like,
it's
to me, and you have 3 kids, an assistant, nanny, like, didn't make any sense.
yeah, it didn't make any sense. But yeah, he
Yeah,
basically said it was just a
for
storyline.
filming. Okay. Erica, aka Pretty Mess, is on tour with Kesha this summer, and she's coming to places close to us, so maybe we will see her.
Maybe, maybe.
Dakota's ex-wife from College Friends. I don't think I saw
Yeah,
this.
there was something about so Dakota's been married and has an
Yes,
ex-wife, and one of the ex-wife's friends made a statement out there that basically said that Dakota's toxic and that he hasn't changed and he's doing the exact same thing to Taylor that he did with the
Taylor.
ex-wife, like very jealous, very controlling. Like she was in college and she said something like he didn't even go to the college and just would show up during classes and stuff like that and just
So
very
he's
yeah, so he's always been like that. So
interesting.
yeah, I think it's so crazy. Like he had to have sold the story on TMZ.
Yeah,
And I think he was hanging that over her head.
yep. I think he wanted it to do damage, and he's happy with her getting canceled from The Bachelorette.
It's gonna yeah, because he gave her an ultimatum, like, from The Bachelor, like, he probably told her, like, "Do it and don't choose anybody," and I think she chose somebody,
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
and then after that, it was like all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
I really hope she didn't lose her kids. Do you know if she lost her kids?
I don't know.
Like, I'm
Yeah,
hearing
I hope
different
not
stories,
either.
yeah.
Me too. I've been hearing she did, and I've been hearing she didn't.
That would be so sad.
So,
That'd be so
I
sad
know.
on how fast that system works, but if the roles were reversed, nothing would have happened.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Marg announces departure from New Jersey Housewives. You said maybe she's working with Amazon Prime for a spinoff, Girls Trip.
I saw that. Her,
So they
the lady from Atlanta, Kenya, and Kim.
Zolciak.
It's all up in the air, but yeah.
And speaking of Jersey, Bravo announced that Teresa, Dolores, and Melissa are filming for Jersey season 15. So we'll see who else is there. I'm assuming they're all going to be new.
Yeah.
Jesse was on Call Her Daddy. I have not listened to it yet,
Is it out or
but
is it on tomorrow?
it might be tomorrow.
Okay, I thought it was
So I've seen previews,
okay.
and it sounds like she was going to announce that they were getting divorced, but
And he found out.
Jordan wanted to act like he was doing it first, so he filed
Try to go and file
before.
for it. Yeah. Try to get one up on her. That's
Yep.
not gonna happen.
Hotel Vanderpump in Vegas is now officially open, so we can
Okay.
go spend the night in Hotel Vanderpump for God knows how much, but maybe when we go to BravoCon, we can just stay there.
Are they doing BravoCon this year?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah,
I feel like they announce it in the summer.
they do. They do, and tickets go out in September around my birthday.
Yep. Yep. Hannah and Paige are going to star in a Netflix comedy series produced by Amy Poehler.
That's gonna be so funny.
I know.
We gotta watch that. We gotta watch that.
Speaking of Jersey, Dolores' daughter got engaged.
I know, I saw that. That's
I
cute.
saw that they were like snowboarding and he proposed. It seemed very cute.
I like it.
And the last bit of news I have is Southern Hospitality is going to get a studio reunion instead of a Watch What Happens Live reunion.
It's
So they're
about
moving on.
time.
They're moving on up.
It's about time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I feel like they do that for like the first couple seasons to see if the show will actually make it. And then once they make it, like this is how you know you made it when you
Yeah.
actually get a studio reunion.
Which they just won the award too, so they better get a sit
Yes.
down. They better get like
Yeah,
a
right.
two-part reunion.
Right.
So, oh, also, Lindsay talked about KJ and Darla.
Yes, 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 we missed that.
So she basically said that she believes like KJ's trying to find real love and that Darla is just in it for the show.
Really? I liked her.
I know I like her too. But when Lindsay says something, Lindsay's words matter.
Yeah.
They're like Bravo Bible words.
Anything else? I know there's so much Bravo
No.
news
No,
that
and I
broke.
like that we waited and we're not like all the other podcasters who like once something comes out, like they're
They gotta
immediately
talk
go
about it.
live or they're
Yeah.
immediately like blah 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 blah. And we sit and we wait and then wait until everything else comes out.
Yeah, because I feel like as soon as someone jumps on it, something else comes out from that and something else, and you gotta keep going and updating everything.
Yeah, and then they
So I
gotta
like
go
that.
backpedal.
Yeah, so I like that we do this too. We just get everything that happened for the week, and then we just talk about it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So I think it's good. And then so I think we're good.
yeah.
Till next time. And that's a wrap on the episode of Bravo's Moms Unfiltered. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did spilling the tea. Because let's be real, moms need unfiltered moments too.
Make sure to follow us wherever you get your podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you love today's chat, leave us a review. It will help other Bravo-loving moms find us.
Yes, don't forget to follow us on Spotify, Apple, what else?
Amazon Music.
Amazon. And then also Instagram.
Yes.
And yeah, like us,
That's
star
it.
us, give us your opinion, please, please, please.
Yes. Until next time, keep the wine chilled, the drama on TV, and the mom life real.
See you next week, Bravo Moms.
I'm reckless, offensive. I destroy your defenses. My guest list is priceless, and yes, I run a tight ship. Bentleys and Benzes through cash colored lenses.